April 15th, sorry. Hello. Today is April 8th, 2016, and it has been a very long time since I have done a video blog. In fact, so long that I think the last time I did a video blog, I wasn't even pregnant. Wow, I think that was almost 2 years ago, something like that. Anyway, as you can see, a lot has changed since my last video blog. I now have a 5-month-old son, hi, who is very cranky right now because he's hungry. So my husband and I started trying for kids last year and got pregnant a lot sooner than I thought I would, thankfully. And now we have a beautiful little baby boy who really loves his food. Oh, I'll take his bottle out of his face right now, but that's just not going to happen. So I've been wanting to do a video blog for quite some time, but life has just got busy. There wasn't ever really any time to do it while I was pregnant. And now that I have a 5-month-old, my life is even more hectic than it used to be. But, you know, I was thinking I could do this while I'm feeding him or something. Looks like we're making a mess. Hang on. Hang on, buddy. So, yeah. Meet my son. He was 5 months old on the 28th. He was born on October 28th, 2015. Just a few days before my mom's 60th birthday, so that was a really good birthday present for her. And he is the first grandchild on my side of the family. My husband already has a niece and nephew, so Donato is the third grandchild on his side of the family. So yeah, we have our little family here. He's a big boy for just 5 months old. But we like the cute round cheeks and the amazing wrist rolls that go on and on forever and ever. Look at those wrist rolls. Can't really see them. Let's see here. What were some of the things that I wanted to talk about today? Life as a new mother is definitely different. I love it. But yes, there are definitely twinges when I miss not being a mom, like being able to run to the grocery store without packing in a kid, packing out a kid, and things take a little bit longer now, that's for sure, and sometimes it takes longer to get out of the house. But I'm learning how to do things efficiently and try to be prepared and race around with the kid now, because this is the reality and this is life, and I'm totally excited about it and I love it. And my husband and I definitely wanted this. This is what we wanted. I've wanted kids, gosh, as long as I can remember. I wanted children, and I always thought I'd have boys, so the fact that we have a boy is awesome. Even as a little girl, I told my mom that I wanted 5 boys. Of course, now that I'm 34, I'm not really sure I want 5 boys, but you know, we got 1 so far. Yeah, my husband and I would like another one, probably eventually at some time. Probably sooner rather than later, since I'm 34. Yeah. So goals that we have going on right now, my husband and I are currently looking for a house in Los Angeles, which if you live in Los Angeles, you probably have an idea of how ridiculously expensive it is to live here. We want to stay in Los Angeles for several different reasons. 1, both of our work is here. 2, Tom's family lives in Orange County, and his sister is in Riverside, so his family is local. And we have a really good church that we love, and our community is here. Our community is particularly on the west side, so we're hoping to stay as close to the west side as possible, but houses on the west side of Los Angeles are incredibly expensive. Like $500,000 for a 1-bedroom house. Like, who can afford that? Really? So needless to say, we're not looking on the west side because there's no way we could afford something like that. So we're looking a lot more inland or south where the prices are not as insane. And even then, we still could only afford probably a fixer-upper, something that we can work on, which is fine. My husband and I both are, want to do that. My husband's an architectural draftsman. He has his degree in architecture, and I'm the artsy fartsy part, and I love building and making things. I grew up doing all kinds of stuff with my dad, so I love getting dirty and getting, in there and building and making things. So I think that'll be fun. It would be interesting living through a construction, a reconstruction. I have not had the pleasure of doing that. And I'm sure it'll take a high tolerance because I'm sure it's not easy to live through a reconstruction while you're living in the same building that it's being done at, especially with a child now. We definitely have to make sure that, we live in a safe area for him. All those loud noises and banging and stuff like that, it might be upsetting to him. I'm not totally sure. This little baby here is not huge on loud noises. He gets really upset pretty quickly with loud noises. So I guess his father had a noise sensitivity when he was a kid as well. So that's something that we're hoping. It's definitely not easy finding a house in Los Angeles that doesn't cost you an arm and a leg and like your firstborn child. We're going through Redfin. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Redfin, but we're using Redfin agent, and they've provided they do like home buying classes and stuff like that. So we took a home buying class. It was really helpful to kind of understand the process and loans and like the kind of the real estate market in Los Angeles and how crazy it is, because it's crazy. In other parts of the country, you put an offer into a home and, there might be a little bit of a back and forth, a negotiation, or even a bidding war. In Los Angeles, you pretty much put your best foot forward and hope it's higher than everybody else, because there are 10 other offers, 20 other offers on the table. And the big thing that people like my husband and I are competing against is you have these companies that are coming in with all cash, and they're buying these houses for 10% over the asking value, and they're gonna flip them. Well, my husband and I can't compete against that. We just want a house to live, but yes, we'd like to be able to do some reconstruction as we live in it, and I don't know. It's really, really frustrating, and I have encountered more than enough people who have really struggled to find housing in Los Angeles because of this issue, because of these companies and these flippers who are just coming in and taking all these houses from everybody else who's trying to afford to live, and then tacking on $100,000 or $200,000 more or whatever more, and then selling it for something that we can't afford. So yeah, needless to say, that process is a little frustrating. What else is going on? Work is good, I guess. It has been really a huge blessing to be able to work from home and take care of this little guy. I do have to hire a babysitter a couple times a week for my busiest time of the day. So that's good. I mean, it gives me a chance to run around and get what I need to get done, if that involves leaving the house. So that's good. What else? Yeah, life with a 5-month-old is really interesting. He's learning all different kinds of things and having all different kinds of moods. Sometimes he's really happy and sometimes he's really quite frustrated. And right now we're going through a really whiny phase, and he's constantly grunting and whining, and which, when you hear that all day long, is like, oh my. But as one of my friends told me, you get really good at being able to tone that stuff out, or tune that stuff out. So I guess that'll come with experience, right? And my husband and I are really excited because in May we will be going back to New Jersey to see my mom's side of the family, and I'll actually get to meet some family members on my biological side of the family, my biological father's side of the family, whom I've never had the pleasure of meeting. So we're looking forward to that. And I get to see my biological father. I haven't seen him since I was... Yeah? You're okay, buddy. Since I was 17 years old. So, it's been a while. Yeah. And like I said, he's kind of whiny right now. What's going on, buddy? Oh. Until next time.